Hi guys, I hope you are all doing well. Let's see today's question. So today's question we are taking this up from the topic of matrices. And if I talk about the question that is given to us here from this topic, the question tells us let B be a matrix 2 cross 2 which is having the elements 1 3 1 5, and A is a 2 cross 2 matrix such that they have given us A B inverse is equals to A inverse. The question further tells us if BCB inverse is equals to A and C raised to 4 plus alpha C square plus beta identity matrix is equals to 0, then the question is asking me to figure out the value of 2B minus alpha or 2 beta minus alpha. And if I talk about the answer choices that we have here, the options are 16, second, 10, third, 8. The fourth answer choice we have here is 2. So we need to figure out which one of the answer choices is the correct answer for this question that is asked to us here. Let's try to figure out and solve how to solve this question further and understand. Before starting off with the solution for this question, I would first like to tell you that please do subscribe to my channel and support the channel as well, because it takes lots of efforts in making these videos for you, and it is free for you but also motivates me to put up better content and try to make the solutions as easy as possible. Let's see how to solve this question now. So I have been given the elements of the matrix B, and they have also given us A into B inverse is equals to A inverse. Now, once I have this with me, what I can do here is I can pre-multiply both the sides with A. So if I multiply both sides with A, this becomes A square B inverse is equals to A into A inverse basically becomes a matrix I. So we know that any matrix and any inverse of that matrix, if I multiply them together, I get an identity matrix, which is I. So I get this. Now what I will do here is after that, if I want to take that B matrix on the other side, that inverse of B matrix, I will post multiply that with B. So that gives me A square. B inverse into B basically becomes an identity matrix again, that is I, and identity matrix into B becomes B. So you get A square is equals to B from this condition that was given to us. So A B inverse is equals to A inverse, which was given to us from this. I developed a condition that said A square is equals to B. So if I have this further, let's try to find what is this BC inverse is equals to A. So if I try to find that also, what is that? Let's see. So I get from here BC inverse is equals to A. Let's mark this as 1. We'll use that somewhere. So BC inverse is equals to A if it is given to me here. Now, if I use the idea, because I have to find my C raised to 4 plus alpha C square plus beta I equals to 0. So let's try to find C square and then let's try to find C raised to 4. So if I want to do that, further, I should first have C in terms of A's and B's. So I should have only left hand side with C. So to have that, I will pre-multiply this with B inverse. So I do that here also. And I will post multiply with B, so that I have this B and B inverse eliminated. So I'm post multiplying with B on both sides. So B inverse into B basically becomes identity matrix I, and B inverse into B again becomes an identity matrix I. So basically on the left hand side, I just have C because this is 1 and this is identity matrix 1. And C basically becomes B inverse A, B. So I have this with me. Now, once I have this with me, this is my, let's say, second equation that I'm saving it. Now, further, if I try to find C raised to 4 and C square for this equation to put in, let's do that. So C square, if I try to figure out, C square basically is, I'm multiplying this matrix C 2 times. So I get B inverse into A into B and B inverse into A into B. So what I get here is if I multiply B into B inverse basically becomes an identity matrix I. So that basically becomes 1. So you get B inverse A into A becomes A square and B. So you get this, and we already have A square with us. So if I equation 1, if I use there, I can just write A square as B. So you get B inverse into B into B. So B inverse into B, if I see, I know this is again an identity matrix I. So you get C square is equals to B. So I get C square equals to B because B inverse into B becomes an identity matrix I. And I wrote this A square as B from 1. So I already got C square is B. Now let's try to figure out C raised to 4 also. So I have this as B. Now let's try to figure out C raised to 4 also in terms of B. So if I have C raised to 4 means I'm multiplying my matrix C 4 times, and from 2, if I use, I know C is B inverse A B. So basically I'm multiplying this B inverse A B 4 times. Now when that happens, B into B inverse again becomes an identity matrix. B into B inverse again becomes an identity matrix. B into B inverse again becomes an identity matrix. So when those identity matrices are formed here, that basically makes it 1. So what you're left with, let's see that. So you have C raised to 4 as B inverse first, A, A, and A. So you have A raised to 4 and B. Once I have that with B, further, I can write, we know already that what is A square. From 1, I got this is B. So A raised to 4 basically becomes B square. So you have from here B inverse, B square, B. Now when I have B square, I can write this as B inverse, B, B, and B. B inverse into B basically again becomes an identity matrix I. So you have C raised to 4 also as B square. Now, once I have C square and C raised to 4 both in terms of B, let's try to figure out the matrix B square. So I have my matrix B already given to me, which was 1, 3, 1, 5, correct? So we have our matrix B given to us as 1, 3, 1, 5. Now, if I have to figure out B square, I'm multiplying that B matrix 2 times. So I'm multiplying the elements 2 times 1, 3, 1, 5. So I get from here 1 into 1, which is 1, plus 3 into 1, which is 3. The second 1 into 3, 3, 3 into 5, 15. Next, I do 1 into 1 plus 5 into 1, so 1 plus 5. And the next becomes 1 into 3, 3 plus 5 into 5, 25. So you get 4, 6, 18, 28. So I have 4, 6, 18, and 28 as B square. Now, if I use my idea of the equation, it says C raised to 4 plus alpha C square plus beta I equals 0. So C raised to 4, we know C raised to 4 was B square, alpha C square was B plus beta I equals 0. So if I use that matrix B square, it was 4, 18, 6, and 28. Yes. Plus alpha B matrix is 1, 3, 1, 5. Plus beta I matrix is your identity matrix, so 1, 0, 0, 1 equals to 0. So if I put that inside alpha and beta, if I multiply it with your elements, you get 4, 18, 6, 28 plus alpha, 3 alpha, alpha, and 5 alpha. Plus here you get beta, 0, 0, beta equals 0. So if I solve this, I get this as 4 plus alpha plus beta, 18 plus 3 alpha, 6 plus alpha, and 28 plus 5 alpha plus beta. This is equals to 0 means every element of that matrix is 0. Now once I have this, I'll just equate the elements. So 18 plus 3 alpha becomes equals to 0. So you get 3 alpha is negative 18 and alpha in that case will become negative 6. Once I have alpha with me, I'll put it in one of them and get beta. So 4 plus alpha plus beta equals 0. That gives me beta as minus alpha minus 4 minus alpha. I got that as 6. So minus 6. So minus of minus is 6. 6 minus 4 is 2. So I get beta is 2. I got alpha as negative 6. So using the operations of matrices, I got alpha and beta, and the question's asking me for the value of 2 beta minus alpha. So if I find that beta, I got this is 2 and alpha is minus 6. So if I put it here, 2 times 2 minus alpha is minus 6. So 2 times 2 is 4 and minus is plus. So 4 plus 6. So we get the answer to the question, and that basically matches with answer choice B. So B becomes the correct answer for this question that is given to us here. I hope you have understood how to solve this type of questions which deals with the ideas of matrices. So we were given two conditions. From these two conditions, we solved and derived a square is b and c was b inverse ab. Then I just found c square and c raised to 4 and put them in the equation to get the values of alpha and beta. And once I got that, I just found the value of 2 beta minus alpha. That basically matches with answer choice B. I hope you have understood this. I'll see you again tomorrow with some other question from some other topic. And we are going to continue our series of questions on JEE mains. So stay tuned for more videos to roll out. Also, if you're enjoying these videos that we are doing on everyday basis, please do like the videos as well and do comment and share this channel with your friends also who are involved in the preparation of questions on JEE, so they can also take the benefit from these questions which we are solving. Thank you.